Setting up the Pinewood Derby track. Step 1, remove the parts from the crate, beginning at the nearest side to the hinges, and lay them out as such. Start lane, curved section, and then the straight sections, ending up with the final straight section with holes at the end. Set the stop section at the end. Unpack your tote, putting your wires near this end of the track. Find your angle irons in the tote and set them by the curved section. They'll be the feet that go at the top of the curved section. Next, find your straight bars and your triangle and put them by the start gate. The bottom triangle should remain assembled. The two pieces that say vertical go vertically on the base triangle. They bolt here and here to the diagonal supports. Next, find the start gate, the start lever, and attach it to the starting gate, here and here. These black lines indicate where it should be attached. This side faces out. This is the top of the track here and the bottom of the track. The lever should move freely and should not be tightened up. To test, open the start gate, latch the mechanism in, and let go. It should remain latched. When you pull the lever, which holds the pins up, when you pull the lever, it should drop. Once the start gate is attached, take your uprights you assembled previously and bolt them to the track on the top position. You'll note here it says A top. That means that's the top of it. It bolts into the outer hole A. Next, find the shorter pieces labeled horizontal. Bolt them between the base foot and the second portion of the track connector. They should be with the flat edge facing toward the track. They'll bolt into the slots with the marks. Attach the bottom one and the top one so that they provide reinforcing struts to the vertical start section. Here's our start section ready to be stood up. Next, take your curved section and at the top find the mark indicating where your feet go and the bolts, lettered A and B. Attach your curved sections to the bolts A to A, B to B on both edges of the track. In order for the track to be level, make sure that your section comes right up to the markered edges and the long pointy bit sticks out. Repeat this for the other side. Once you've attached the legs to the curved section, it will stand up nicely like such. You'll then be able to stand up the start gate and using two clamps attach the start gate to the curves. Make sure the pins in the start gate end fit into the holes in the curved section. Your start gate is now assembled by connecting it to the curved section and holding it together with clamps where we have sections K, L made together. Make sure there's no gaps or unevenness along the joints. To continue, simply slot the remaining track pieces together with the exception of the finish line. We'll take a look at the finish line in just a minute. Now with the main running area of our track assembled, we can concentrate on the finish line. Down here, we have our stop timer with parts. We have our sensor holes. The timer will go underneath the track so that the LEDs in the timer shine through the holes in the track. The timer should face with the small fast track and the blank LED screen facing the start gate. I would put the phone jack on the left and the serial plug on the right. The bottom of it is also labeled power side and serial side. As we prepare our wiring, we'll want to run the serial cable underneath the stop track or the finish track so that it plugs into the serial port on the timer. The other end should have your USB connector, which must stay attached to the serial cable. Your power cable for the timer will run to the power port on the stop gate. To install the timer, turn the finish lane of the track upside down on your lap. Take this end and set it aside. Take the timer and feed it over the track and line up the LEDs with the big holes, not the nylon holes, not the small holes, the big holes. You'll see some magic marker markings here and here along the way to indicate roughly where it should go for alignment. Lightly tension it down once you feel you have it aligned. You'll use the captive bolts to attach the timer to the track and put the cover on with the serial side facing toward the serial port and the power side facing toward the power jack. It only fits one way, so if it doesn't fit, try it the other way. If you feel you have it lined up, go ahead and loosely secure the stop gate to the track. Once you feel you have the stop gate aligned on the track, go ahead and plug your power cable into the power port. That will start the timer. Then you'll see that lane is not aligned. These lanes are running. You can test them by blocking the holes to stop the times. If the times stop when you block the holes, you have it aligned. If one track came up with lines like this one, it's not aligned. Turn the track over and reset your alignment a little bit. Once you have your alignment set, unplug it, plug it back in to start the timing, and check your times by blocking the holes with your finger. All 4 holes are lined up correctly. Now tighten your stop gate down and install the finish line with the rest of the track. Install your stop gate flat on the ground below the level, otherwise you'll rip the bottoms off of the cars. Go ahead and clamp it in place so it doesn't shoot off the end. Make sure your timer is powered up with the power connected and the serial cable connected to the timer. Run your cables back toward your computer station. Connect the telephone cable here and run it up to the start gate. Plug your telephone cable into the start gate micro switch here after you have run it the length of the track. This electrically connects the starting gate micro switch to the stop gate, indicating that you've closed the gate to begin a race and then open the gate to launch a race. You'll see the timer is now running. Next, set up the laptop. Plug in the laptop and plug in the USB cable to your serial cable that runs out to the track. This lets the track timer communicate with the laptop. Connect your projector to the VGA port on the laptop, and once everything is connected, power the laptop up. While the laptop is booting up, tape your wires down to reduce trip hazards, and use a natural object found in your racing environment to protect the end of the track, such as this chair. Make sure folks can still see, but encourage them not to walk over or step on the wiring. Once everything is set up and secured, do a final inspection of the track to ensure that it is level, with no gaps between the track sections, no debris, and that our start gate is at the correct angle. Included in the crate is a level. Place it on each lane, and once it settles in, it should show about a 28-29 degree angle for launch. Make sure both the first and last lanes are the same. Then place the level at the top of the track and ensure that it's within an order of magnitude flat. You can repeat that test down the track. Once everything's plugged in and tested, you're ready to run your Pinewood Derby race. We'll go into software configuration next time.